Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to read through for Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 426. We got our 5 chapter warning. So I'm assuming this counts for that, meaning we got, what, 4 chapters after this? I'm thinking. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we get into. The series as a whole is ending, but then again, Jump does these things where occasionally we'll get like a couple bonus chapters afterward, even like a year or so afterward, like Gaiden epilogue kind of stuff. So we might get some stuff like that in the future, but at least for right now, we're ending the series off, and it's really unique because I feel like very often with shonen, especially with Jump, it's like they make you end. We have the big climactic end of the final battle, and then we get like maybe 1 chapter of epilogue, but usually it's like the wind down from the battle and the epilogue all included in 1 chapter. Usually like you have to like end you like it's a pretty abrupt ending for the end of most Jump shonen. So to get like a full, the past like 2 or so chapters plus some more chapters, to get an extended epilogue like this is pretty different, and I like it. I think Hero Academia deserves it, because really this has been one of Jump's, I don't know, sort of tentpole series in the past 10 years. In addition to that, this one's titled like Hellish Todoroki Family Finale or something, which is going to be crazy to see, because I saw somebody say it over the past week. They were like, when it comes to Shonen Jump, I think one of the most well done, maybe even most iconic subplots in shonen is the Todoroki family subplot, and I can't disagree with that. I think especially when it comes to Endeavor, not to take away from Shoto or any of the others, but when it comes to Endeavor, Endeavor to me is one of the most well-written side characters in shonen, I think. Especially to be a side character that's like not even one of the main characters, like peers who's the same age in the same class or whatever. Endeavor's role in the story is very unique, so I'm excited to see how it ends off. As usual, it's Jump, it's Shueisha. Sorry, so I can't actually show anything on screen, so I just have the volume cover up here for you. I guess this is still the volume 40 cover. We've had some news on volume 41, but we haven't seen a cover yet. And I guess I don't think they would wrap everything into volume 41. I guess volume 42 is going to be the last physical volume. But either way, let's get into reading. We start off, we're seeing Fuyumi and how different she looks now. Well, I mean, different she looks. She has a couple burn marks. Same with Natsuo. We said you didn't have to come. I would say the same to you two. But Mom, and we see Rei now has burn scars and short hair. The whole family now sharing the burn scars. And the same also goes for you, Rei. Yeah, Benji. We're not all here out of a sense of duty, right? Of Shoto? He can speak, but only for a few minutes per day. And this is wild. It's a slow march toward death that Toya Todoroki is facing now. Honestly, it sounds harsh, but why even use all this technology to keep him alive? Like, maybe as a favor to the heroes who saved the world and everything, but at this point, like, when do you let him go when he looks like this? The gang's all here. I ain't some damn tourist attraction. Toya, we're here to tell you about what comes next, Toya. I'm retiring from hero work. That was always my plan once this war was over, and now I can't even stand up on my own. Endeavor the hero is dead and burned away. Your flames were fiercer than any I've ever faced. Is that so? My condolences. Quit trying to play nice now that it's all over anyway, you freaking coward. Fair point. You know me too well, Toya. You kept a close eye on me after all. You only ever wanted me to watch you, but I never did. Having you for a father. And guess what? You aren't Endeavor. People can say what they like. But the fact is that my hell flame burning inside, the fact is that's my hell flame burning inside you. I watched the video of you denouncing me every single day. Dad, watch me. From now on, I'll come here every single day to talk with you. And we see the two of them as they were before this final fight. I realize it's far too late, but let's talk. His heart rate's elevated. Any further strain could be dangerous. Rei, Natsuo, Fuyumi, let's talk. Using the time that Shoto made sure we'd have together. If you hate me, so be it. Speak your mind, lay into me, let me have it. Toya, I want to talk too, says Fuyumi. There's so much I want to say, says Rei. That's enough for today. You can return tomorrow. One last thing, if that's okay, says Shoto. I have a question. Toya, what's your favorite food? Looks like he's reached his limit. Let him rest. You can come back another time. Soba, he says. Shoto turns back. Same here. Running in parallel, but forever apart. No, we're gonna mingle, whether you like it or not. And we see the tear. Shoto, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm done. Sorry, but nothing's changed about how I feel, and I don't want anything to do with you, says Natsuo. Right. My girlfriend and I are getting hitched. No wedding, though, and you won't get to meet her. I'm sorry, but I understand, says Endeavor. How about you, Fuyumi? You quit your job, right? I did, but the mother of one of my students said she found me a new job and can provide support. Honestly, I think we've taken responsibility. Punishment's been doled out too. Isn't that enough? I'll be making amends and apologizing for my sins for the rest of my life, whether you're all around to see it or not. And I'll shield you kids from the fiery fallout to the best of my ability. If there's a reason I survived, that's gotta be it. Sounds like hell. Yeah, it has been since I took him up on his offer to tango. I never thought of you as a badass until this very moment, Dad. Are you headed back to school, Shoto? Yeah. Then hop in. You too, sis. Thanks. Father, Mom, I'll be okay 'cause my classmates will be there for me, and 'cause I can become the man I want to be. Even in hell. Done already? Well, how'd it go? I'm hungry. We have Burn in there, too. You've got people watching you. And then we have a message from Hawks. How'd the reunion go? Let me know if you need anything, Kay. Huh? They told you you're free to go? But you don't want to walk out of here? Not yet, I said, and he's visiting Nagant. The outside world's still a scary place for me. Imagine if I got exploited again. Can't have history repeating itself. Oof, I was really hoping for for your help with some stuff. That day, Izuku Midoriya demonstrated something to the world. But how will society receive it? How will things change? I'm not leaving till I see how it all pans out. I have a lot I want to say at the end about the Todoroki stuff, but right now I find it interesting how Bakugo, Nagant, Hawks, all of the pro heroes we're seeing, the entire Todoroki family, we saw throughout the course of the series Izuku collecting more and more scars and injuries. And I think it's interesting how basically every character survived. Basically every character survived, but with these like permanent scars from it. And in the meantime, I'm dining at the taxpayer's expense. Talk about a villain. Ah, my dear La Brava, gentle my love. Your contributions have been acknowledged. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. All 'cause you were so stupendously awesome, Gentle. You were quite marvelous yourself, La Brava. And we have another message. I guess from Endeavor this time to Hawks. Thanks, I'm good. I need your help. I'll need your help? If I need your help, I'll ask. Sorry. And then, how will things change? Taking it like a champ. You got a lot on your plate yourself, Mr. HPSC President. Okay, so Hawks took over that then. Then determined to take center stage at such a young age. Hello, Mr. Meta. So now Meta's working for Hawks as the head of the, the Hero Something Safety Commission. Oh, and we're actually seeing a somewhat recovered Spinner to cliffhang us. So we are going to get some Spinner stuff. And I wonder if the Spinner stuff is going to tie into the Izuku and Shigaraki stuff we got at the very end. Okay, good chapter. I feel like I am torn on the ending to the Todoroki family subplot. Because on the one hand, I think it's good, and I think that My Hero Academia has been going for this same consistent thing with the ending, from the fights going into this stuff. The same consistent thing that we've been seeing is they wanted the heroes to have a complete victory. Basically everybody survives. Like, it's not totally complete, but basically everybody survives. And we don't get a conclusive end. Instead, our end is knowing that, like, we're being told this is where the characters are going in the future. This is the direction that their lives are going to take them. We're not doing a Naruto and jumping, like, over a decade in the future to see how their lives panned out. Instead, what we're seeing is the direction that their lives are turning toward now that this is done. What they still have to do, just off screen, now that the main story that we're being told is over. And while I like that, and again, I can see and put together what the author, what Horikoshi's going for, at the same time, there's this part of me that just wonders, what would it have been like if we got a conclusive finale? If we got, say, an Endeavor death, because he had death flags for so long, instead of keeping him around. Of course, I didn't really want Endeavor to die, but again, if we got a death, what could that have been? And more importantly here, if we got a Dabi death, because while I'm okay with keeping Endeavor alive, because Endeavor's story has not been about, like, sacrificing yourself and then everybody sees you as a hero despite the bad things you did. Endeavor's story has been about, it might take you the rest of forever, but doing better in the future. Growing, changing, doing better in the future has been what his story is about. So I'm okay with him not dying, but for Dabi, I just wonder, like, what's the point? He's hooked up to all these machines. What's the point of not just having a big Dabi death and writing that in a way that would be satisfying? It just kind of feels to me like maybe it would have been better to kill off Dabi. But either way, that is it for this time around. I'm excited for next week because I like Spinner. I think Spinner's story is underrated. And I think Horikoshi should have given him more time, should have done more with Spinner and with that story, that plot line. So I'm excited to see where that goes, especially if, like, just thinking about how that works. Does he can't, like, because he was all about carrying on Stain's will and then now kind of carrying on Shigaraki's will. And what does that mean now that the old ways of heroes and villains have broken down? Especially because all of these League of Villain guys are probably gonna be, like, imprisoned for the rest of forever, one would think. Like, just because it's like, oh, he's fine, he's just a wholesome lizard boy. I don't think you can I don't think you can do that. I don't think we can justify, like, releasing any of the villains probably ever. Even though it's like, well, they wouldn't do it again, but still the fact is they were part of this massive, massive thing. So I don't really know what to do with all that. But either way, we'll see next week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll end it here because I have other things to go record. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this week's chapter, my thoughts and reaction and all that. And because I can't think of anything else more to say. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's freedom for anyone. Also, once the series is over, after these 5 chapters are done, I will do, like, some big end of the series character tier list or something, because that's something that I've done in the past, but it'd be nice to go through and do a new one now that it's all over, now that we see where every character's ending up. If you'd like to help support the channel, drop a super thanks down below if you'd like to, or if you want to not only support the channel but get One Piece videos a little bit early, get shoutouts at the end of every single video, go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or link will be in the description, or just hit join down below to become a member. Thank you so much to people who are patrons and members already. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, FR Nono, Abyss Knight, and JA, Cheriton students, David Langstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Pate Ardial. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.